and the studio ate up the entire thing. Hello? Hello? We're back again to play some games, and we are back with Cupid Parasite. It's been a minute because the common route wore me out. It just took a very long time to get to Shelby's route, so I decided to take a little break once I got there. But we're back. We're back. And we're starting Shelby's route right now. Officially.
おーい、今日はクラブ行こうぜ。みんなのドリンク代払ってやるよ。
Hey, let's go out tonight. Drinks on me.
やー、嬉しい。お化粧直してくる。
So I'm guessing this is Shelby's backstory. Well, yeah, because it says what's happened to Shelby. Oh, awesome. Just give me a second to touch up my makeup.
私も行く。ほんと最高。
I'm definitely down. Man, this is gonna be so much fun.
じゃあ今日の17時にクラブに集合な。バイ。
Awesome. Let's meet up at the club at 5 o'clock. See you there. Shelby, are you coming? Did they invite you?
どうせみんな地位しか見ていないんだ。
All anyone can see is my social status.
どうせみんな
They're all just... Were you taking a nap? It was just a dream. I hit the alarm. It looked like my nap was over. Normally, 30 minutes is plenty for me, but that dream just made me feel even more tired.
これだから眠るのは嫌なんだ。夢ばかり見る。
We're really in your point of view right now? I like that. I like that we're in his point of view and not, what's the name of my character? Anyway, I like that we're in his head right now. That's why I hate the fact that I have to sleep. I have these kind of dreams way too often. What good does it do to dream about my younger days? Thinking about it is a waste of time. I need to just forget about it and focus on my work. For now, I should check my emails. Oh, also, refresher. I know it's been a minute. So we finished Parasite House, our little reality TV show. We celebrated. And then literally all the guys quit. They're like, bye. This isn't for me. Bye. See you later. And then all we have is Shelby, or his alias, whatever that other name was. But Lynette, Naomi, I forgot what I named her. She still doesn't know that Shelby is that guy. I haven't been asleep long, but I was already buried in messages. I scrolled through them, looking for anything especially important. One message caught my eye. It was an email from an important Cupid Corp client. What? I clicked on it and immediately started frowning.
会食のお誘いか。
Another invitation for a business lunch. That in itself isn't a problem, but they also want me to bring my wife along. Ooh, who you gonna invite? Are you gonna fake it? Are you gonna tell the truth? What you gonna do? This one was from an executive at a company that makes jewelry. Their president and I have a close business connection. He always wants to have these family meals. The idea is that close personal relationships can lead to closer business relationships. I disagree. Building those relationships strengthens trust, so it's important to them to interact with clients' family. I disagree. I don't think you should mix the two. If he trusts me enough to bring his wife to our meeting, I can't just show up alone. That impacts my reputation, without a doubt. Clients always talk about how much they want to meet my wife, and I always do my best to come up with excuses to avoid that. If I say she's introverted, they say that's fine with them. If I say she came down with a cold, they say she should join as soon as she feels better. I know full well that my excuses are starting to sound more forced by the day. But I have no choice, because my wife doesn't actually exist. Yeah, I know. I know. But we can make it real. Which is why I thought it might be nice to join in on this matchmaking stunt. But I never imagined getting married anonymously would be quite this difficult. In this day and age, people can live totally free, romantic lives, or experience the joy of married life as they desire.
だが、一人ぐらい会わずに結婚してもいい。結婚生活を重視しないという人が出てくると思っていたのだが。
No. I thought I could at least find one person willing to get married without meeting me and didn't care much about married life. But the final result? 0. I didn't expect to get 0 matches despite using my own company's service. I mean, I could have guessed that. You didn't show up.
しかし、
You sent Owen
不用意な相手で
to your
は
date.
秘密をばらされかねないからな。ここは慎重に。
He just started swimming. He just jumped in the pool and started swimming by himself. I can't swim. Yeah. And for lunch, he gave me like a jelly drink. I don't drink that. The heck? Yeah, you guys, 0 results, for real. No wonder. Of course, a careless partner will expose my secrets right away. I have to be prudent. But that prudency just makes it that much harder to meet someone. She told me I was too secretive. She said I should at least share my company's name. Obviously, that had to remain top secret. After all, Shelby Snail, the president of this Cupid corporation, has a reputation as a devout husband. How'd you even get that title?
本当に婚活市場では地位が重要というわけだな。
If I can't even say where I work, it makes sense I can't get married. Status matters in the matchmaking market too, it seems. What is up with you and status? I still want to know. Our dad does suggest that those with high income but questionable employment do have trouble getting married, yeah. I considered developing a totally anonymous matchmaking system, but I realized that I was just avoiding reality at that point. Anyway, this was an email I had to deal with at that moment. Get to work. But I've had a good working relationship with this person for a while. And to be honest, I was starting to get tired of having to lie all the time. It wasn't fair to him, either. He trusted me as a business partner, and now he wanted to see me as part of his family too. Yeah, you better figure out something. I have an idea. It's very cliche, but I have an idea. A person of high social standing would respond to that in kind. You need a fake wife. You need a fake date. Very cliche, I know, but that's what he needs. Will I continue to cling to the status, even if I have to lie? But if the truth got out, it would destroy all stock value. I don't need a financial advisor to tell me that much. Still, my heart was telling me no. No caring human could be okay with continuing to lie to others like this. I thought about my old classmate at our advertising agency, who came up with the husband-president idea in the first place. Oh, so it's their fault. You just wrote with it. You just went with it.
こんなことをアンソニー先輩に言えば若いと笑われるんだろうな。
If I confided in Anthony about all this, he'd just laugh and say I was being naive. 32 might not sound young in general, but it's definitely young for a company president. I'm still not ready to give up some things.
彼に相談すれば嘘を貫けと言われるんだろうな。
Even if I said something to him, he'd just tell me to keep going with the lie. But I've noticed some tabloids talking about me not actually being married. They're starting to snoop around for secrets. Looking at my call history, I frowned again. I had gotten a call from a security company I'd hired to keep an eye on things. They've been calling me more often lately. Someone trying to open my door. Ooh. Someone taking pictures of my building. That's creepy. Which means that someone was trying to get into my home. There was no doubt that someone was looking for my private life. Or trying to kill you. One of the two.
私が実際に住んでいる家には幸い誰も来ていない。
You got ops? Shelby, you got some ops? Who trying to kill you? Luckily, nobody has been spotted trying to get into the place where I actually live. Oh, you got different zip codes. You got different area codes. The security company only ever contacted me about my second home, the house where we lived for Parasite House. Okay. So, yeah. But my apartment was on 8th Avenue, and I was glad to know that it was safe for now. But nobody can ever know about it. After all, it's an apartment meant specifically for single people. Specifically? Like, you're only allowed in there if you're single. Specifically? Huh. But if people keep snooping around, they'll find out I don't live where they think, and they'll start looking for my real home. I need to figure something out before things get too far, but my matchmaking efforts have failed again and again. I checked my emails again. It's not like I was completely heartless. Lying with a straight face was getting harder and harder.
そろそろ潮時か。
I feel like it's about time to give in. It might be. You should tell the truth. To me. Generally speaking, sure. But status and looks aren't what matter to me.
興味ない。一体なぜ？
They aren't? Why is that? Well, because I don't think that's where a person's value comes from. It's what's on the inside that matters most. Yeah. For some reason, I recall that conversation I had with her. She was always so straightforward. She was so intent on getting everyone married. It's like she forgot it was just a job. Like she really was the actual Cupid. And I am. We have plenty of passionate employees, of course, but few that had absolutely no regard for their personal advancements. Which is why I had the sudden urge to consult with her.
今までこの件はオーウェンにしか話していなかったしな。
Up until now, I've only ever talked to Owen about this kind of thing. I got the sense that she knew how to keep a secret, that she wouldn't thoughtlessly vent to others about her personal life. I considered whether I should reveal the truth or keep the secret. After some hesitation, I began typing the email. Ooh.
Next up is entertainment news. Miss Ellie, an actress who, due to a recent photo, was a candidate for CC President Snail's wife, denied it on her Instagram. In contrast, Miss May, a fashion model, has claimed to be his wife. But Mr. Snail has denied it, and people are growing suspicious.
厄介なことになってるのね。
This could be a problem.
でも、この撮影された写真って、どう見てもあの子よね。面倒なことにならないといいんだけど。
That's definitely her in the picture. I hope she doesn't end up getting dragged into something weird. You know I will. You know I will. Several days after all the Parasite 5 had left, other than Monster Essay, that was his name, I was told to return to my normal duties. Let's see. I don't have any meetings planned today, so maybe I'll get in touch with new members with some recommendations. I grabbed the folder with the profile sheets of all the members I was managing. Give me a second. Looking through it, I noticed the old Parasite 5 sheet still stuffed inside. That reminds me, Mr. Snail said that Monster Essay's membership status is currently on hold. I hadn't heard from him in a while, and even Owen hadn't been in touch, so for the time being, I just left it alone. But he's still technically a member, so I should try and find something I can do for him. I heard the chime that told me when I had a new email. I saw that it was from the president. Ooh. I opened it and the message was pretty simple. He wants me to come to his office. On my way. Could this have something to do with Monster Essay? If so, it was perfect timing. I replied telling him I was on my way, then got up to head straight there. So how many floors? Oh, wait, count that? How many floors is this building? And I'm on the first floor. Golly. Excuse me.
Ah, すまない、業務中に。
Sorry, I'm really thirsty. Hello. Sorry to bother you while you're trying to work. Mr. Snail looked at me from across his desk. He looked much more exhausted than when he called me up here at 5 in the morning. So, what would you want to talk about with me?
単刀直入に言おう。S 氏は
Oh,
私だ。
he's gonna come out and say it. I'll be direct. I am Monster Essay. Huh? Sorry. I must have misheard you. You said...
オーウェンに代理をやらせていたのは私だ。私がパラサイト5の S 氏だったんだ。もちろん、見込んだ。
I joined the Parasite 5 as Monster Essay and hired Owen to represent me, which means, of course, that I'm not actually married. The president was part of the Parasite 5? Mr. Snail, who became famous for his devotion to his wife, didn't actually have a wife. It was using a matchmaking service. His own matchmaking service. At that. What? You're Monster Essay? Wait. It all makes sense now. I was surprised at first, but as soon as I heard it, everything fell into place. Thinking about it, Mr. Snail had never really acted like he was married. At Parasite House, he only had his jelly drink for breakfast. I still don't understand that. Like, that was not a proper breakfast. And he was always answering emails, even mid-conversation. He spent every waking moment working. I always wondered what his wife must be like, and even doubted her existence at times.
しっくりくるか。お前でさえそう思うということは、やはり潮時なんだろうな。
Is that so? If it's really that obvious, I guess it's about time to call it quits. Call it quits? Did something happen?
実はな、得意先と会食をすることになったんだが、夫婦でぜひ出席くださいと言われたんだ。
I got you, bro. I got you. Well, I'm supposed to meet a client for dinner, and he asked me to bring my wife with me.
我が社にとって
I volunteer.
大切な取引先だ。今までは言い訳をして一人で参加してきたが、いい加減 断り文句も品切れだ。
His business is crucial to us, so I've been making up excuses and meeting with him by myself. But I finally run out of excuses.
それに先方はいつも夫婦で来てくださるのに、こちらは一人というのはあまりにも誠意がない。だからいい加減
Or you could lie
打ち
and
明
say
け
you
るべ
got a
きかと思って
divorce.
な。
It didn't work out. He always brings his wife with him. So my behavior has been frankly dishonest. I decide it's best to just tell him the truth. Huh? You mean you're gonna tell him you're not actually married?
し、声が大きい。
Not so loud, please. Sorry. I put my hand over my mouth out of nervousness. Mr. Snail sighed. I could hear the exhaustion in his voice.
いや、お前が驚くのも無理はない。すまない。こんなこと一社員であるお前に相談すべきではないと思っていたんだが。
No, it's only natural you're surprised. I'm sorry. You're my employee. I shouldn't be placing this burden on you.
いい加減、私一人では手詰まりでな。知恵を貸してもらいたいんだ。
But the fact is, I feel like I'm completely stuck. I was hoping to pick your brain for any ideas or advice you might have. Ah, I see. Well, why do they think you're married in the first place?
それは全て勘違いから始まったんだ。
Ah, well, it started as a bit of a misunderstanding. Mr. Snail began to explain how it happened. It all began around 4 years ago. This would have been when I was 28. He was being interviewed for a TV show, and the host got the mistaken impression that he was married. Since he ran a marriage agency, the host thought Mr. Snail himself must be married too. But Mr. Snail thought he was talking about the agency's members. Apparently, the whole conversation didn't make a lot of sense. Mr. Duff, Cupid Corp's top ad agency guy, was there too, and he kept pushing Mr. Snail to keep talking. By the time we realized what was going on, it was too late. It was a live broadcast, so we couldn't exactly walk back what he said. So instead, he took the experiences of a recently married friend of his as his own, and the studio ate up the entire thing. Hello? Hello? Afterwards, social media started talking about what a loving and devoted husband he was. Mr. Duff saw what a huge reaction it was getting, so he just spread even more rumors all over the internet. Fire him. By that point, it was far too late to turn back. Dang.
それで今に至るというわけだ。
And it just kept going like that, day after day, up until now. I see. It sounds like you were doomed from the start.
お前もそう思ってくれるか。
So you think so too? He let loose another huge sigh and leaned his elbows on his desk.
勘違いから始まった話ではあったが、結局会社のために利用するのを良しとしたのも私だ。だから余計に身動きが取れなくてな。
It started with an honest misunderstanding, but I went along with it in order to help the company. I felt like I was trapped.
とにかくそんなわけで今メールの返事に迷っているんだ。
Anyway, that's basically the whole thing in a nutshell. My problem now is that I'm not sure how to respond to the latest invitation.
妻は人見知りだの風邪をひいただのでごまかしてきたが、それももう限界だ。
I always told them how shy my wife is, or how she's not feeling well that weekend. All my excuses now sound forced and fake.
しかし一人に明かせば二人三人と告げなくてはならない相手が増えていく。そうすればいずれ世間にもバレるだろう。
But of course, And as soon as I tell one person outside the company, it'll spread. And eventually the entire city will know.
だから、もういっそ会見でも開いて公表しようかと思っていてな。
So I've been thinking, maybe I should hold a press conference and announce it there. A press conference? I really don't think you should do that. Imagine what it might do to the company. I couldn't stop myself from blurting out my honest thoughts. Later on, I feel like maybe I'd gone too far. But at the same time, I truly thought someone needed to rein him in.
しかし。
But... Mr. Snail, Cupid Corp's entire reputation rests on their perception that you're a devoted husband. I can't imagine how many members came to us because knowing the company's president was married made them feel reassured. How do you think they'd feel if they find out the truth? They'd feel bamboozled, hoodwinked. If the people who trusted us feel like we betrayed them, it's game over. Our stock would plummet. It might even mean bankruptcy. And if that happens, it'll mean my dad was right. I could hear him clear as day, gloating and saying, I told you so.
だが、現に誰かに探られているような形跡がある。バレるのが時間の問題ならば、自ら公表した方が痛手は少ない。
But I have evidence that someone's snooping around my private life. If it's going to come out anyway, better do it myself. Someone snooping around? Do you know who?
詳細はわからない。だが、以前に手紙が入っていることがあった。詐欺師とだけ書かれていたものがな。
I don't know the details, but I did receive a letter that said simply, You're a scam artist. That can mean anything. Oh.
それに、いくつかの雑誌にも、私に妻がいないことを主張する人間のインタビューなども載っていてな。
And there has been a few magazine interviews where people have expressed serious doubts about me being married.
どうやら、どこかで私が妻帯者でないことを知った者がいるらしい。その誰かが執拗に暴こうとしてくるんだ。
I believe someone out there knows for a fact that I'm not married, and they're on a crusade to expose me. Mr. Snail dropped the magazine down in front of me. The title of the article was President of Cupid Corp a Fraud, Devoted Husband, or Big Fat Liar. I love that movie, Big Fat Liar. Y'all seen that? It's a good movie. How awful. It's not like you intended for any of this to happen.
ああ。結婚して4年も経っている人間を追いかけ回すなど、暇人もいいところだ。
These people have nothing better to do than to go after someone who, as far as they know, have been happily married for years.
だがここ最近、特に増えててな。近くに同業他社ができたこととは無関係だと思いたいな。
And lately, they've really started coming out the woodwork. Just as a competitor came on the scene. I hope it's a coincidence, but... that's right. A new marriage agency popped up just recently.
まあ、犯人を憶測で決めるのは危険だ。そもそも元会員や婚活を快く思わない人など、私や CC を恨む人間も少なくはないからな。
It's too risky to accuse someone without evidence. There are too many disgruntled former members and other grudge holders. He was right. That there was plenty of members who would hold on to the anger of paying their fees and never getting married. So that could easily be someone messaging you saying, You're a scam artist. I wasted money. That's all they're saying. There was also that incident with the blog the other day, and plenty of people have been disparaging Cupid Corp on the news lately. If they found out the president wasn't married, it'd be like tossing blood in the water. But what if we said that he and his wife had separated, or something like that? No, that would cause the same problem. a drop in stock prices and memberships, and the tabloids will have a field day. My next thought was actually trying to find him someone to marry as soon as possible. But we wouldn't be able to reveal who my client works for. And then we're getting into fraud territory. If we got married and then this all came out, it'd be a total disaster. So it would have to be the perfect partner. This is a tough one. We can't make public announcements, but we don't have any leads for a quick marriage. What other choice do we have? Two options come to mind. We could say you're living your own lives. I could pretend to be your wife. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let me save before I choose this. I could pretend to be your wife.
なので最善の方法はやはり公表
For it to... Did you hear me? Did you hear me? For it to really work, we'd have to make a public announcement, so... Of course, I understand. This decided. I'll pretend to be your wife until further notice.
Huh?
He shouted out and shot up from his chair.
どうしてそういう話になる
How can you say it so decisively? I'll be your wife. I'll do it. I'll do it. Because it's clearly the best way for you to keep your secret. Yeah, I got this, Shelby. My first thought was, does Monster S.A. have any friends or acquaintances that would be willing and able to marry you? But no. Then I thought, we could use a temp agency to find someone to pretend to be your wife, but that's an extremely short-term solution. Sooner or later, your secret would definitely get out that way. That kind of worker handles all sorts of jobs after all.
確かにそうだな妻として雇った人が別の仕事で他の人の妻として雇われてしまえば大問題に発展する
True. Whoever I hired to be my wife might get another job as someone else's wife later on, which would just cause more trouble. Exactly. As your employee, my fate is linked directly to the fate of the company. I've never dated anyone else, and I'm not planning on dating anytime soon, so there's no problem.
いや終わりだろ何名案みたいな顔をしているんだ
I'm not sure I'd go quite that far. Why are you acting like you've come up with the most the most perfect plan? Because I did. I did come up with the most perfect plan. This plan is foolproof. Yep. Trust me. Huh? But haven't I? This way, you don't have to disrespect your clients, and your company's future is secure. Give it to me. I did that. I said that.
お前の気持ちはどうなる
But what about you? What about your feelings? What about them?
ご両親とか私の妻のふりをするということはつまり妻のふりをするということで
I mean, what about your parents? What would they think about you pretending to be my wife? Huh? Like you said, I'd just be pretending, so why would they care? Besides, they live far away, trust me. They won't get involved. There's nothing to worry about there. Far away was an understatement in reality. They were up in Celestia, and they didn't exactly have a human sense of morality. Plenty of Lord Jupiter's exploits would be considered truly scandalous by human standards. The gods don't care about that. My goal is to get that promotion, right? And I can't exactly get it if the company goes under.
だが本来こういうものは一度きりのために取っておくもので
Penelope's okay. She's saying she's good with it. We good. But marriage is supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing, right?
さすがにお前をそんなことに付き合わせるわけには
I can't ask you to go through with such a life-changing event on a whim. Don't worry about me. After all, I'm Cupid. Eventually, I'd have to return to Celestia. I have no personal concept of marriage, so to me, it's just like playing a role. To be honest, it kinda sounded like fun. But if you don't think I'm a good candidate, I'm happy to withdraw from consideration.
それはない。むしろ私としては非常に助かる。だが、さすがにそれは。
No, that's not it. Obviously, you'd be helping me out in a major way. It's just that... If you think it would help, then that's that. Let's work together and make a fake marriage for as long as you need. I held out my hand so we could shake and make it official. Mr. Snail just stood there, frozen.
しかし、冷静になって考えてみてくれ。我々が夫婦として振る舞えると思うか？
No, wait. Let's just slow down and think about this. Do you really think we can play the role of a couple in love?
パラサイトハウスで多少は一緒に暮らしたものの、ほとんど赤の他人だ。お互いの癖も好みもろくに知らないし。
We lived together during Parasite House, but we're basically strangers. We don't know each other's habits or preferences, or... Oh, then we should probably live together, huh?
は？
What? After all, you said someone has been snooping around, right? Living together would throw them off the trail too. It's actually perfect. Living together is the best way to play our parts to the fullest.
は？
I hate the idea of people sneaking around spying on you in secret. Let's show those jerks who's really in charge. Once they see you really do have a wife, I'm sure they'll give up and slither away. We just need to keep it up till then. His two goals were to convince his client that he was married and to get those dumb paparazzi off his back. Living together was the best solution for both of those things. In fact, I couldn't see any other way forward. Is it a deal or not? Shake my hand. For his part, Mr. Snail was frowning, even more than usual. I could tell he still had serious doubts about the whole idea. Maybe he just doesn't think I'm reliable enough. I'd be pretending to be the wife of the president of Cupid Corporation. I was only a second-year employee, so maybe he just didn't have enough confidence in me. Please don't worry, sir. You just need me to do my part at work meals and dinner parties and stuff, right? I'll be sure to practice. Oh, but my table manners might need some work, so could you help me with that? I promise I'll work hard to learn properly.
いや、問題はそこではなくてな。
No, that's not the issue here. Also, if you remember, I've already been photographed and labeled as President Shelby Snail's wife.
そういえば、そうだったな。
That's right. Exactly, so I assume the perfect fit for this role. Of course, I realize I have to keep it a secret from my friends and coworkers, or they certainly start asking questions. If they ever found out, I'm sure they'd be shocked at the lie. But you were never actually married, I mean.
本当にお前は無理に言っているわけではないんだな。
And you really aren't forcing yourself to do this? Of course not. I want to protect the company too. As Cupid, it's my duty to connect as many people as possible. This company is the best way to do that, so I want to keep it safe.
会社を守るか。
Go with it, go with it.
確かにこれが最善の策か。
Well then, if I really do want to protect the company, I guess this is the best option we have. It looks like Mr. Snail was finally relenting. He sighed and looked up at me.
わかった。お前に代役を頼む。
There we go. Alright, I would appreciate it if you take on this role.
だがこれは業務だ。後ほど契約書を作成し、
Oh,
報
I'm
酬の
happy.
金額も決めるとしよ
But I insist on treating it as part of your job. So I'll have a contract drawn up and we'll decide on an additional salary.
う。そしてお前に不満が出てきたらすぐに打ち切ると約束する。それで頼めるか？
If you find any of it not to your liking, we'll cancel the entire thing immediately. Is this acceptable? Yes, absolutely. I gave him a sharp salute. His face was an inscrutable mixture of emotions. One thing was clear, though. He'd obviously resigned himself to his fate. Don't be scared, I got you. I got you. So now I'm moving out. I think I'm gonna stop it right here. Oh, I'm so happy to be on Shelby's route. I'm glad they didn't even hesitate to get it started. They said, you're on Shelby's route. Fake wife. I like that. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social media. It's always below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.